Yeah, anyway, we're here to take a look at this, aren't we? Alright. So this lintel. What was this? WTAF, folks, WTAF. Maybe that's what I should call this video. It's another, I don't know what to call these things, like they look like seats, but just obviously something fitted in there. Something that long ago rusted away, I'm guessing. Maybe it was gold and all the Spaniards took it, who knows? Who freaking knows? This is like, man, these resets must be like incredible. Like, look at this, huh? Hello, look at this. So that's like the seat area we were looking at before, but along top. So there were some rods or something. We're in here. Some more Inca stone wall over there. Yeah, that does look really interesting. I'm gonna need like 30 minutes or something to get my breath back. Actually, I want to take a look. So where I am right now, I want to take a look from the bottom up, because I'd love to know what I'm standing on right now. That's the pathway we originally came down when we first saw the wall, and we went around and then we came up to, so that first wall we looked at is basically down there, but I want to see what's down here underneath where I'm standing right now. That trail, yeah. Wow. Ain't no fat kids in Cusco, people. Ain't no fat kids in Cusco. Wow. Look at this. I'm in a bad angle at the moment with the sun. I hope that this comes out okay and it's not just sun blur. Oh, is that a way down? Possibly. I don't know. It's going to be an easier way down. But anyway, I still want to check out those steps over there. I'll keep the camera rolling. See, oh, look at this. Yeah, what was on top of all this? Huh? Absolutely incredible. Let me zoom out so you can see more as I'm walking, maybe a little bit more. Yeah, it's probably better. Again, iron oxide from metal at some point. And people talk about megalithic stonework, like this is just all one massive piece. Was it carved? Was it poured? Or were there multiple blocks in this at some point that have all just fused together? Like, we just don't know, because the mainstream narrative tells us a bullshit story and no one's interested in exploring beyond that. But we definitely want to take a look at the stairs. So let's go through here. Want to start us? And there are those stairs that we were looking at before. And look. I mean, why do you need stairs from here to there if this wasn't part of something greater? Huh? And that, all one piece. All one piece. Hello? Fucking tourists, I hate them. Nice, huh? Let's zoom out a bit here. Look at that. Look at that. Alright, I'm going to take 30 minutes. Going to hydrate. Going to try and get my heart rate down a little bit. And then we're going up there. Hasta luego. Actually, just walking past this to find somewhere to sit down. I saw this, so I've got to show you. Look, see the colour of the water. I hope the sun's not going to mess this up. Maybe if I can. It's actually red. It's bright red, and that shows still the high iron content in this rock, whether it's an amalgamation, an aggregate, or that's why the rainwater is red. I'm just going to take a few angles here just to make sure that at least one of them you can get some true colour perspective. Alright, a little refreshed, a little rested. Yeah, oh, I'd love to see this place in its original condition. Alright, that's our next destination up there. I'm going to try and find the easiest route. I mean, at normal altitude, I would call that the easiest. With my hiking experience, I'd have no problem doing that there, but yeah, I think I might actually go back the way we came, which is back over the other side of that, around along the wall, up there, up to where the tourist buses stop, and then take the tourist path there, because there's a bridge there as well. That's what we're going to do. I'll stop recording here, but if I see anything interesting, I will start again. Okay, what we're looking at here is literally the top of the wall that we were looking at the bottom. We're standing right on the edge of it here. There's no way down. So yeah, going to take the original path, but yeah, no, definitely no way down. But yeah, this is the top of the wall. So the wall just stops, but it is literally a wall for whatever was on top that we've been looking at all around here. Oh. That there was the huge one-piece corner block of the wall. There's that section of the wall that I showed you before. So, yeah. Okay, turn the phone off and I will see you at the bottom. Okay, well, I'm making my way up. Couldn't help but really think all the mountain ranges and tops that we see. Now this is the wood, tree roots and so forth. What's the difference between what we see with modern mountain ranges and these trees with their root structures? Huh? Ancient giant trees equals today's mountains. Makes a lot of sense to me. Alright, so here we are at the top. Let's just get some more zoom here. So that's the wall we were looking at before, and that's the stone outcropping on top of it, and Cusco in the distance, and now we're headed over there. Oh, looky. Now from my vantage point here, I can see there are actually ancient stairs from the wall going up to the top, although they do seem to stop midway. Sorry, I'm on maximum zoom on the video function. The steps do seem to stop halfway from the wall, and where your vision of the wall stops because of the hills, there's quite a bit of a ravine along there as well, so probably wasn't a way. So quite possibly I have taken the best option. Alright, so there we have the stone wall, the stone cropping where I was on top. Just going to pan around here. Cusco in the background, and get a bit of zoom here on that pathway. That pathway zigs. Can't really see here, but it does sort of come back up there and off into sort of the distance that way. So I guess at some point that was the road to Cusco. I'm hoping that the sound's coming out okay on this. I'll just give you a bit of a see where we are. But I can hear the water running through the original ancient aqueducts, which crisscross the entire mountain areas around Cusco. If you saw my video on Ollanta Tambo, I actually showed you some of the aqueducts that still run 24/7 through the town. The locals actually drink that water. They laugh at us drinking water out of little plastic bottles that we pay money for. The water just comes from the mountains 24/7, as I say. I'd love to open this and have a peek inside. Yeah, I'm hoping you can hear that there's water like running through it. So this is just a cover on the ancient aqueduct system. Alrighty, so this is what we were looking at in the distance, and pretty much more of the same. Only difference is this area has been cordoned off and is under the Bureau of Tourism Control. So they want to charge you to get in here. But as I say, it's just more of the same. So there's the old stonework. Actually, there is something up there. I might see if we get another view from outside. I'm on this side of the barbed wire. Here, there's the bridge we were looking at before. The entrance is over there somewhere, and the exit is basically not far from where we were in the free section. But yeah, look at this, it's more of the same. But here, like, what a mess. Honestly, what the happened here to do this? And I would love to see what it looked like back then. I would love to see this place in its original splendor. All right, going to take a walk around, going to follow this road around, see if I can get a better view of whatever that is there. Okay, just rounding the corner here, and looky, we're totally going to take a look at that. So we've got Inca wall here. Oh wow, look at this. I'll go through to the other side. So there's the existing water table, and can I get a zoom in on that stonework there? What are we doing? Oh yeah. Look at that. It's pretty dry, so it doesn't look like it's prone to flash flooding. Could walk through there, but the climb back up again would be really tiring. So I'm not going to do that. So we'll just get a look at it from here. And then here we are at the tourist entrance, I think. But I might be able to get a view of what it was that I wanted to see from the outside. Okay, that's really interesting. Look at this here. See the impression in the rocks there. Just been melted the crap out of, and just small pockets of preservation, probably from the randomness of the this is what I could see from the other side that I wanted to see. I'm actually on the other side of it now, but it just looks like just buttresses. Maybe if I zoom out a little bit, I'll get a better view maybe of whatever was here. But look at that, it's just one of the theories of the resets is if it's natural rather than caused, is plasma eruptions or plasma events from the sun. And look, it's just, yeah, melted rock. This would have all been some edifice, some building of some type at some point. Look at that, just melted the crap out of. Wow. So this is, I'm just on the other side of the fence, the tourist controlled areas. So that's what we're just looking at is the other side of that, past all the merchants. But yeah, when you're in these little tours, have a look at this. Can't quite make out the sign, but no walking, no climbing on this stuff here. Whereas when you just explore the hills like we did on the other side of the road, it's still all the same type of stuff, but you can walk, you can climb, you can sit. So yeah, I'm not going to pay to go in here, it's just more of the same. Here's another part, access to the ancient aqueduct system. I'm just showing you this one because it's a lot louder and I'm hoping you can hear it. Okay, so this is a great example of what I was talking earlier as far as tourism controlled areas. So this is the entrance to an archaeological site. That road there is actually the road that we just came up, sneakily, coming up from the back way. This road here leads on to other sites like the Temple of the Moon, the Monkey Temple, and we will be taking a look at that later, another day. I'm pooped for today, but yeah, great example of what I was talking about. We look at where we are here. There's the road going in, there's the main road and a Cusco that heads to Pisac. But look, other side of the road, little pathway heading up, and looky. Let's go check that out. Okay, so I just crossed the road, jumped a little ravine, and yeah, bit of a mixture of Inca and old world. I'm going to climb up here, we're going to take a look at this, I'm going to call it a day, head back to Cusco, and we'll come out and see some more sights tomorrow. Alright, looks interesting. Most of this area does appear to be Inca, but there are some old world slabs just randomly scattered around. No. Okay, I know exactly where we are now. This is where we started, I think. Just that landslide does look familiar. I think that's where we were right before I said, hey, let's cross the road and check out what's on the other side. Let's just have a look. Let's zoom out a bit here. It looks like we've done a full circle. So before, I think we were up top looking down on these Inca structures, and we're actually walking through now the Inca structures. Yes, because there's that cooked out area that ended up being like a camping site sort of. So yeah, we were up the top there at the beginning. So this is the day. Which means, yep, that there would be that original Inca road that we walked back to the main roadway on. So, and that road heads back to that little mound that I was sitting on right at the very beginning of the video. Yeah, that's that same Inca road. All right, I'm going to walk back down the road to that spot, and I'll see you there. Actually, I will film myself heading back down, because from here, like, it just looks like it's a green downward slope, but it's actually terracing. You just can't see it from the top. So I'm going to keep this rolling while we head down, just so you can see. So here we go, over the terracing, jump, terracing, jump. Okay, this is a big jump, And another one. Another one. So you can see they're all there, but okay, I think that's the end of the terracing, and now it is actually a green slope down to the road. Actually, let me just show you that. So from the other side, from the top, it just looks like a green hill rolling down, but yeah, it's actually terracing. Beautiful, huh? The hills of Cusco. The hills are alive with the sound of music. Alright, so that was the road we just walked down. So I've walked a fair bit up that road, but back down here, and that's actually the mound I was sitting on there when we started. That's Sacsay Huaman in the background, and we will definitely be going into Sacsay Huaman maybe tomorrow. I don't know, there's 3 places that you have to pay to get into that I do want to see. It's Temple of the Moon, the Monkey Temple, and Sacsay Huaman. I don't know what order I'll do them in, but yeah, we're back here. I'm just going to go get something to drink from our local abarrotes, sit down, relax, hydrate, and then on this road, this is where we get the bus just to jump across. This is the road that leads back to Cusco, that road there, and I'll take a bus. It's about a 20-minute bus ride. So yeah, that's the road where we went walking up and just went cross country. That's the road back to Cusco, and this is a little area that's built up on tourism specifically for Sacsay Huaman there in the background, which is lots and lots and lots of walls that we saw little snippets of in the private places. Okay, I think this will be my last snippet for today's video. We'll see. Actually, just another quick one here. Now that you've seen those stone outcroppings on top of the walls that we looked at with like the steps, the chairs and that sort of stuff, now that you've seen that, you can probably tell this mound here is exactly the same thing. It's just had grass grown over the top of it, but same sort of thing. So even here in this parkway area, we're walking on top of some ancient structure of some sort. Just stand still for you. Yeah, can you see underneath the grass? It's the same sort of thing. Oh yeah, definitely. So here it is, the same mound. There's the mound there we were looking at before, but now you can see more layers of it. In fact, I'm actually standing on a layer. Let's just go back even further. Oh, there's this whole area here. Probably why there's no shops, nothing built on it. It's probably structures underneath. But yeah, so there's the original mound, it's right there with the rock on it, and now we step back and there's multiple layers to it. Okay, my amigos, this is the end of today's vlog. There will be more to come, so keep watching this space. Think of what I'm doing at an altitude of 3,800 for you. Please give me an upvote and share. Bobaphet, peace out.